Hi everybody, thank you for joining me for this. We're going to make another box. You know me, if you've been following me, you know I love making boxes. Now this one is a little different in that it's got that fixed top hinge on it. And we've got a handbag or purse magnetic clasp there, and some flowers and some of my beaded flowers on there. And on the feet, on the base, I've put these little pearl-like cabochons for the feet. It just keeps in line with the pearls. Okay, so that's what we're going to make in this couple of videos, 2 maybe 3 videos. So I hope you'll stick with me right through. I appreciate that, and click like. I really appreciate that too. Okay, what you're going to need is A5 sheets of cardstock. Now I use 1100 GSM, which is about 1.8 millimeters thick. It's a really sturdy cardstock, and I get it locally here in Victoria in Shepparton. Okay, so you're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets of the A5. Now I haven't done any specific measurements for the base because, as I said, it's A5, so if you have larger sheets, then cut it to A5, which is a metric measurement. Okay, we've got the base, which is A5. We've got one part of the lid, which is 4 5/8 by the length of the A5, and then this part of the lid is 1 1/8 from there to there. Okay, now we've got 2 long sides, which are 2 inches there to there, all obviously the same size. Now when it comes to the sides, let me just bring this mat in for a mo. They are also 2 inches obviously, but the length of those is going to be different because these are going to be stuck on top of the base. Your long sides are going to be stuck on top of the base, and your short sides will be on top of the base but in between the 2 long sides. So having cut them at the 2 inches by the width of the A5, we now have to cut them smaller to fit. So what I do is I take the long sides, both of them together, match them right up against the edge, or one edge, it doesn't matter which. Then I pop that in, the side in. Okay, now I've got a measurement. Now I'll just make a mark. And that's where I'm going to cut. So I'll pop those both together, match up my mark there, and I'm going to trim it. trim both pieces at the same time. Okay, so once that goes on, I'm not going to be able to do this by myself. That side and that side, and your little sides will fit right in there nice and snug. Okay. Now you're also going to need some white cardstock. I've got a brand called Quill. This is one of my favourites. I get this from Officeworks. It's 200 GSM and I buy it in a pack of 25 sheets at A3. So I've cut one sheet and I've made some hinges. Now these hinges are 1.5 inches wide, and I've scored down the middle at 3/4 of an inch. So I've got a few of them. I may need some more. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a small one, but I may use it. 7, possibly 8. I may need more. You're also going to need more of this white cardstock to cover all of your pieces. Every single piece here is covered in the white. You're also going to need some double-sided tape. My favourite is Express It. Available at Spotlight. It's the only place I've been able to find it, actually, Spotlight. So I'm using 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch. I'm also going to be using glue. Let's see if I can find it. Wet glue. I'm using some art glitter. And also some tacky glue. It's a clear tacky glue. Okay, first up we'll cover the base. So I am going to trim this down. So that the base is just about 1 inch all round. I'm going to use the tacky glue for this. Burnish, spread that glue around. Okay, now we're going to clip off our corners. Leave a little bit of space. And if you notice, I'm not cutting straight across. I'm sort of cutting at an angle. want my mat back so that I can burnish. Let's use this. Just score around the edges. Let the paper know where you want it to go. Okay. Now I'm going to put some tape around the board on the edge. Hello, little man. Do you want to go up on the bed? Hello, Bobby. That's my little dog, in case you thought it was a little fella. A little toddler, maybe? No. Oh my gosh, when did I last have a toddler? Well, my baby is 42, so it's a while ago. Okay, now I'm going to use some of this glue. Whoops. Let's take off our backing first. Get ahead of ourselves. Hello, possum. Going up? Good boy. Oh dear. Finish it down well and just tuck those little bits in. They help to cover the corner of the chipboard. You can see I've got perfectly covered corners there. Okay, that's the base done. Now this is the bottom, this is the inside. Okay, just pop that aside. I'm just going to grab another piece of that white paper. Now I don't want to waste don't like wasting paper, so there'll be plenty of room to do some stuff up there. Let's trim this off. Same process. Plenty of glue. And center it down. Spread that glue around. And tape it. Now all this, the walls of the box are made slightly different to the base and the lid. So hang in there for that. Burnish it up. This is the first time this is the second time really I've used this art glitter glue, and I must say I am absolutely sold. Love it. It's fairly quick drying if you haven't used it before. And it's pretty strong. as is this box. This has got a lot of secure features on it. Lost my ruler. Okay, this is the lid. I do like, even though I'm going to put pretty paper on it, I still like to go over with some more white on the raw side. Okay, so just get some markings there and up there, and we'll cut that one. Oops. Double check that I'm on the right page. Yep, it's good. We're going around the edges and I'm using the 1/4 inch tape. Okay, now we'll slather it with glue. Okay. Finish that down. I don't think that paper was quite straight. I wonder if I could do this safely. That's fine. Okay, there's the main part of our lid. Now let's go with this one. I don't know whether you'd call this a flange or... I'm not sure. It's the base anyway. Oh yeah. Just double checking. I still think I'm wrong. I know. glue. These ones I'm just going to glue. No particular reason. You can see how quickly that glue settles the paper down. Okay, now you don't need to put another piece on here because this will go on top of your box. It'll be fixed so you won't see under there. But I'm just concerned, not that it's going to make any difference at all. I just don't like that showing. So I'm just going to pop that there. It'll save an unnecessary piece of paper. Okay, that's the base and the lid parts. Now, when we build it and put the lid on, the front of the lid will come over about 1/4 of an inch or so, because we will be using construction tape. I'm using white duct tape. That gives us a freedom of motion in the lid, so I do recommend that you use that. Okay, let's do, we need a piece that is at least 4 inches. It's not that one. It's okay, Bubby. Okay, another piece of paper. The large sides must have a flap that comes over. So we're going to mark it here. just trim this up with my little X-Acto knife. Tacky glue. You can use tape if you want. Okay, now we need it flat against the edge of the paper at the base of the piece. Like that. Spread that glue. Now what we're going to do is, after we've just given it a bit of a crease, we're going to fold it like that. Then we'll trim it. Okay. Now you want to cut the flap level with that edge, and then just take a little sliver away. Do the same on that side and take that little sliver away. Now you also need to remove this piece. So that's now what you have. Now I'm going to put a piece of tape just across the bottom. Okay, we'll put the flaps in first. You could cover the whole thing with tape if you want, or use the glue. It's just up to you. Okay, and fold it down. Okay, now you can see that your side edges are covered in white paper, and you need that for the long sides. Okay, we'll do another long piece. My little dog's barking at something. What you barking for, bub? Oh, look what I did. What a waste of paper. Naughty. It's supposed to go on the edge. Oops. Gosh, I'm too concerned with my dog's hearing. There we go. Excuse me. I know you can buy pretty boxes at the cheap shops, you know, starting from about $2. And you could redecorate them, alter them, but I just get a kick out of the whole process from start to finish. Just creating my own. I just love it. I've got heaps and heaps. There we go. Okay, 2 long sides done. Just flatten them out a bit. Square them up. Okay. Now the side bits are done a little differently as well. Let's see if we can fit 2. Oh, damn. The side pieces don't have a flap on the side. They're just raw because they're going inside the 2 long pieces. So level it up with the bottom. Oops. Tape across the bottom. Now trim that back. One side done. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'm going to stop the video here. And I hope you'll come back for the construction. Okay, I'll see you in part 2. Thanks for hanging with me. Bye for now.